Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Monday, December 12th, 2022. Let's take a look at the Forex calendar today. As you can see, we have plenty of the data from the United Kingdom scheduled for release early in the morning. We got manufacturing production, GDP and monthly GDP change. All of this data will have a good big impact on the British pound, basically cable and the other British pound related pairs. So keep an eye on this because it looks like this is a very serious data batch from the UK. So that's everything because the London session, the New York session is, as you can see, empty with the very important event. So let's go straight to the British pound chart. As you can see on the British pound chart, we have the very nice uptrend since the lows of the September 2022. So this is the low I would like to point out. That's the 1.0345, and since then we've been trending higher. So if we just put here our line, our technical line, this might be like a trend line, so we can clearly see that we are trending above this trend line. So the recent high was made around the level of 1.2334. So let me just zoom in. Now this is that high, 1.2343. And it's very close to the 50% of the overall Fibonacci retracement of the big wave down. So right now this level will be the technical resistance, and during the last days we got this attempt to break above this level. If you just take a look here, we just tried to break above the 1.2343. The local high was 1.2321, so not that far away. Nevertheless, this kind of a data are not strong enough to provide the evidence for the double top yet. Nevertheless, it looks like this pin bar here is somehow responsible for the recent move to the downside. Nevertheless, once again, this downside move might not have been completed. If we take a look here, we can clearly see we got the short-term trend line here, local trend line. Pound is bouncing up from this trend line, so there is a possibility of another extension to the upside in order to either test 1.2343 or provide some sort of the other price or maybe even candlestick pattern on the 4-hour time frame. Please notice the fact that one of the key technical supports is located here. This is the low from the end of the November, so only a breakout below 1.1899 will definitely give us more clues regarding the possible top at 1.2343. So that's the British pound. Please keep an eye on the downside movement. If there is a breakout below the blue trend line, we might end up going lower. British pound to the Japanese yen, as you can see, doesn't look at all. It doesn't look at all the same as a cable. It looks completely different. This consolidation lower here, this is what I'm talking about, has been taking place since the end of the October. We got the recent high 172.09. We got the local low 163.04, and since then, of course, the market is trying to move a little bit higher. Nevertheless, the local high is 1.6882. So this is very nice technical resistance tested already. If you take a look closer, we got the test made here. Now we might extend it a little bit higher. maybe somewhere here, and then of course this is the, there you go, technical resistance. The volatility is limited, it's not that big, the market is moving up and down, and that's about everything. So basically no direct attempt to break out higher. Nevertheless, the momentum remains strong, momentum remains positive, so we might expect another rally to the upside soon. From the downside, as you can see, we got this technical support, this is the range support, and to be honest, we might have one more somewhere here, 164.01, another technical support for the price. So that's the outlook for the British pound to Japanese yen. And the last but not least, euro to the British pound. Let's first zoom out, and we can see big spike and then attempt to move higher, breakout lower, attempt to move higher, breakout lower, attempt to move higher, breakout lower. And since the beginning of the December, the market has been trading in a very narrow range. Basically, this narrow range, as you can see, I'm trying to point it out, it's even narrower than you can see. There you go. 8,642, 8,546, so 100 pips narrow range on the euro to the British pound. There is almost no volatility with the negative momentum, this momentum broken below the level of 46, which means that the bears are in charge of this market. We should see lower levels soon on the euro to the British pound, and we should break below this range, technical support at 8,546 as well. So the outlook on the euro to the British pound remains bearish to neutral, to be honest with you, because it doesn't look like this market wants to move dramatically higher or lower anytime soon. And last but not least, let's take a look at some Bitcoins. So what is basically Bitcoin doing? As you can see here, volatility again is limited, so the Bitcoin doesn't do much except the line that we can put here, a line, and you can see that just recently we broke below this line. This is like a 16,880 was the low after the breakout. So we are now trending in the short term on 4 hour chart. We are trending lower, and the next target is located here, 16,700. This is the next target for bears, local target, intraday target, so it might be good for, of course, for the bulls. Momentum is negative already, the lowest since the last week. So the bearish pressure is definitely high. The bears are pressuring the market to go lower and lower, and only basically a sustained breakout above, let me show you the level, above this high here, 14,728 would change the outlook temporarily for more bullish. Nevertheless, it doesn't look like the bulls want to continue the up move, because so far this breakout to the downside is telling us into the negative territory on the RSI. Of course, it's telling us that the bears are in control and they want lower the prices. So please keep an eye on this low here, 16,700. It might be tested soon, it might be traded soon, and plenty of people should be aware of the fact that this is the kind of a important technical support, because it's been tested here, it's been tested here. So any breakout lower will eventually be much more bearish than most people think. And if we just let me just zoom out to show you guys the fact that after this very dynamic sell-off that ended in the 10th of November, the Bitcoin didn't do much apparently, right? It didn't even retrace 38% of this wave down. So, well, no volatility, on the Bitcoin, no volatility on the other markets. It doesn't bring us closer to reaching our trading targets, and closer to the Christmas period, and then to the end of the year. Of course, the volatility might be very limited, so please have this in mind. Nevertheless, this kind of a small breakout lower might be significant in the intraday timeframes, and this is why the technical support should be basically watched, right? This 16,428. So that's everything from me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. So take care and bye bye.